good one coming away on baseball tomorrow night as the Giants take on the Dodgers. The catch is made, and this is Ronnie Harris going in for the touchdown. 26 yards.
We'll see them go for 2 here to pull within 16. Same play again. Crossing route on the play action pass. You can see what happens when you hit someone in stride on those crossing routes. You do not have to throw the ball 50 yards to run it for 50 yards. And that's what Salisbury did that time, hitting Ronnie Harris coming across. Really, I think going back, one of the big plays in this football game was when Danny went deep. Danny went deep on a crossing route, but Harris was wide open, and it ended up being a 1st and 25. And then 2 plays later, he throws an interception for a touchdown. 1 for 2.
Salisbury watches man in motion. Completes it. And there's 2 more for the Ducks. It's 30-4.
So back-to-back first downs for the Ducks. They approach that midfield strike. Salisbury now into the shotgun and audibilizer. Snap a little bit high, but he has time. Looks deep, has Jones. Jones got the ball out of bounds at the UCLA 15. He beat Lambert, or no, excuse me, beat Carlton Gray, I believe, on the play. 37-yard gain for the Ducks.
And when you get a long one on Carlton Gray, you're beating one of the best in the Pac-10. Salisbury audibilizes this, gets Gray in one-on-one coverage, and this is very impressive. Long gain for Jones. Carlton has 7 interceptions so far this year. Considered one of the top corners in the Pac-10 right now.
Salisbury has hit his last 3 passes.
Conference games, the Ducks will go with a quarterback who has never started in a Division I game. Junior college transfer Brett Salisbury will take the reins when the Ducks invade Strawberry Canyon. Salisbury takes over for Danny O'Neill, who suffered a dislocated thumb and will remain on the sidelines the rest of the season. In fact, Salisbury himself is coming back from injury. A hernia suffered in week 2 of fall camp kept him out of the lineup until 2 weeks ago.
I know what Danny's going through, and I know the exact situation, but it's just now, you know, the time I'm going to have to step in and do the job and play some good ball games.
In 2 relief appearances, Salisbury has connected on 67% of his pitches and 2 touchdowns. He adds a new dimension to the Oregon attack.
I like the things he can do. He's got a good, strong arm. He's got a quick release, and he has a velocity on the ball to get it there when people are open, something that we haven't had for quite a while.
But this is his first start, and to make matters more difficult, it comes against a Cal defense that likes to blitz a lot.
It's a tough defense because they are always blitzing. If they don't blitz them, they look like they're blitzing, you know, even if they don't and stuff. And so, but we're making, you know, some blocking adjustments and some route adjustments, and you know, I think we'll be able to take care of it.
Good news from the medical front has been rare for the Ducks this season, but last week tailback Sean Burwell returned against New Mexico State. His big playability should take some of the load off an inexperienced quarterback.
A sidebar to this series is the fact that the visiting team has won 4 of the last 6 meetings between these 2 squads. The Ducks are hoping history repeats itself when they visit the Bears this weekend. In Eugene, I'm Todd McKim for Pac-10 Preview.
At a run initial alignment.
Let's see if Salisbury takes it. 5-step drop, out pattern. Oh, Thomason has it, and Thomason breaks a tackle. Thomason down the sidelines, still inbounds, all the way to the Aggies' 28-yard line. David Barella made a touchdown-saving stop.
Nice job by James Jesse, number 86, the wide receiver. I think he was surprised the ball didn't come to him, but he got back into play and made a nice block.
Thomason somehow tippy-toed down that sideline and stayed inbounds for a 39-yard gain.
It's a lot of agility for a 230-pounder. Jeff Thomason's one of the better pass-receiving tight ends in the league. Pretty good blocker as well.
He may be one of the better tight ends in the country.
Pallon toimittamaan Saariselle, joka ei löytänyt sitä kahvaa tuosta jo kaatuessaan, yritti palloa saada kiinni, niin näin ECG kolmas yritys ja tässä nyt sitten pelikello meni poikki ja sitä on ottelu on jäljellä nyt 8,5 minuuttia.
Nyt näemme Salisburyn suurissa vaikeuksissa, mutta hän on melkoisen nopea ja löytää siinä sitten Hammondin aivan yksin tuosta suurin piirtein aloituslinjalta ja onnistuuko Hammond siinä sitten hankkimaan uudet yritykset? Kyllä onnistuu.
Ja täysin rikkinäinen peliajoitus, täysin hajalla. Peli ei kehittynyt ollenkaan niin kuin piti. Turku saa hyvin painetta. Ja sitten katsokaa tätä Salisburyn käännöstä. Ensin tuohon ja sen jälkeen takaisin. Ja tämä ylimääräinen käännös vapautti hänet erittäin hyvin tätä ottelua. ECG ei saa hyökkäyksessä tuota rytmiä kiinni, mutta sitten aina silloin tällöin.
Vastaanko on häirintä? Puolustava joukkue. Ensimmäinen yritys virheentekopaikasta.
Näin. Ensimmäinen yritys virheentekopaikasta. Todella paha paikka Turulle. Oli juuri sanomassa sitä, että sitten aina tuollaisissa ratkaisevissa tilanteissa Turulta tulee tällainen iso virhe, joka pitää tavallaan ECG-hyökkäyksen elossa. Ja näin Turku niin kun asettaa itsensä tiukempaan tilanteeseen kuin missä he tarvitsisi olla.
Ja tämä oli myös teema viime vuonna. Viime vuonna Turku teki hölmöjä erehdyksiä useampia kappaleita, mutta nyt Brett Salisbury pyrkii hakemaan sieltä jo laitamiestä maalialueelta ja löytääkin tämän ja siellä se on 13-7 ja tämän maalin kiinniottaja oli Jussi Kähönen.
Numero 1 Jussi Kähönen, tuo nuori juniori, joka tekee nyt kyllä todella voimakasta läpimurtoa tähän liigan tähtikaartiin. Tässä nähdään, että tämä yksinkertainen ajatuskuvio on etukäteen sovittu pelirakentaja ja tuo laiturin välillä, että pallo tulee tuonne takakulevan aloituspotku, sillä se pallo saattaa potkia hyvin ennalta arvaamattomasti. Tällaisessa aloituspotkussa tuo pallo on elossa välittömästi, se on matkanut 10 jäädä, eli kumpi tahansa joukkue saa sen peittää, joten tuo palauttava joukkue joutuu joka tapauksessa pallon poimimaan ja tällä kertaa Turku ilmeisesti haki sitten tuota hiukan hankaluuksia ECG:lle tuolla tavalla.
Kyllä, ja
pillaging just for fun. He'll knock you round and upside down and laugh when he's conquered and won.